Hey, what's going on, guys? It's Brainbean here again, back with another mechanical keyboard review for you. Today we're going to be taking a look at the really popular Ducky One 2 Mini. Now, if you guys are unfamiliar with Ducky, they are a keyboard that is known for delivering superior quality, and they're kind of teetering right now on the enthusiast side, but they're definitely becoming more mainstream. And so with that, I wanted to bring you guys my review of the Ducky One 2 Mini.
Starting as always with construction and design, the Ducky One 2 Mini is a sleek, compact 60% keyboard. It's comprised of a two-toned plastic casing that has a fingerprint-resistant top cover and a glossy white casing on the bottom. I like this two-toned look because it gives the board a little touch of personality. Aesthetically, the board is super clean with its petite bezel design that takes up as little space on your desk as possible. There is a little bit of branding on the back side of the board. There's the logo for Ducky and the one for the One 2 Mini, which is pretty standard for Ducky keyboards. The nice thing about it is that it's on the back side, making it non-intrusive while still being able to show off that you have a genuine Ducky product. The 60% layout can be used in a variety of applications, and it's great for minimalists who just want a nice clean setup or for people who want a solid work keyboard on the go. For a keyboard measuring roughly 12 inches by 4 inches, it's surprisingly weighty, which speaks to the quality of Ducky keyboards. The board feels rock solid and offers almost zero flex even when really mashing down on the keys. In terms of lighting, the Ducky One 2 Mini does have full per-key RGB lighting, which is controlled directly on the keyboard. This could be a plus or minus depending on how much you like to customize your lighting. It's certainly easier to do this with a companion software that has a nice and easy graphic interface, but on the other hand, not having the burden of software running in the background is certainly appealing to some users. This is kind of a bummer for me though, as the One 2 Mini can't take advantage of the up-and-coming Razer Synapse support for the RGB control like the One 2 RGB can. Thankfully, the One 2 Mini does come with a healthy amount of lighting presets that look pretty good. And simply by pressing Ctrl, Alt, and then tapping T, you can cycle between the board's preset lighting effects. You can also customize your own lighting layout, but it will take you a little while as you have to individually program each key. The lights themselves look great though, and these smooth animations and vibrant lighting fully permeate all the keycaps. The plastic casing does limit the visibility of the clear switches on the sides a little bit, but the white backplate underneath the switches really makes up for this and does a great job of reflecting the light around for a really full-bodied RGB experience. The One 2 Mini is available in Cherry MX Blue, Red, Brown, Speed, and Silent switches. And genuine Cherry switches just speak for themselves. Now sure, recently there have been some more superior switches circulating around the community for a little while, but the tried and true Cherry switches are always a good bet, and offering them in a wide variety of options ensures that there's a switch type for any preference. Cherry switches are guaranteed to last up to 50 million keystrokes and still perform like they were brand new, so you can be sure that they're going to last you a really long time. I got my One 2 Mini with Cherry MX Brown switches, and as you guys could expect from one of my videos, here's a quick sound test. As you guys can hear in that clip, the stabilizers on the board feel super solid and there's no annoying rattling in the spacebar. The overall typing experience is super crisp on the One 2 Mini and it feels really good. The keycaps on the One 2 Mini are made of double-shot PVT plastic for better longevity and an overall higher quality feel. The font is clean and simple, much like the board itself, and all of the secondary characters are illuminated, but the functions on the side of the keys are not, which would have been kind of a nice touch. The underside of the board has 4 rubberized pads to keep the board from moving around on your desk, and coupled with the weight of this little board, they do a really great job at keeping it from moving around. The 2-step extendable legs offer 3 different positions to help you get a comfortable angle, and these legs are also rubberized as well. The One 2 Mini sports a removable USB Type-C cable that's on the top left side of the board. Now I think it would have been nice to offer ports on both sides, that way you could kind of help with the management of your cables, but I do appreciate that they are using a USB Type-C cable. The cable itself is a simple rubber cable, which I do think in a board of this quality, it would have been nice to have a little bit higher quality material. Still, it's something that's easily swapped out for a nicer one. In terms of extras, the One 2 Mini does have full N-key rollover. On the underside of the board, there are 4 dip switches for changing the positions of the function keys or alternate layouts of the keyboard, for example. The board also comes with a wired keycap puller, which is always nice, and Ducky throws in a set of 10 PBT colored accent keycaps with their keyboards. Now these cap sets are thrown in randomly, and they can be either red, yellow, blue, or green with the 1-2 Mini. As you guys can see here, I got the red keycaps, but it should be noted that these are the same keycap sets that can be thrown in with other Ducky keyboards, so they're going to contain a few caps that aren't compatible with the 1-2 Mini. Still, it's a nice addition to add a little bit of flair and personality to the board, and I like the randomness of the colored caps because it does make the board a little bit more unique, as not everybody is going to have the same accent keycaps, and even though there's 4 choices, it's still kind of neat, and not everybody's going to have the same exact looking board. Ducky is currently offering their boards also with a limited edition Year of the Dog spacebar, which looks pretty sick. Now, on the downside of this, the mini spacebar doesn't have 3 LEDs in it like the Shine 7 or the 1-2 RGB, which does make the Year of the Dog spacebar not quite light up as well as on the other boards, but still it is a really cool accent piece to the board. One really cool feature of this board is that by using the power of the function keys, this board is a fully functioning keyboard, meaning that you can still use all of the keys on a regular sized keyboard and even get full use of the mouse as well. If I had to nitpick and say one thing that I really wish the board came with would be some kind of carrying case. Now, I'm not going to knock it because it doesn't come with one, because I think it's important to review a product for what it is, but I would recommend getting yourself some kind of carrying case to protect the board if you're going to be taking it with you on the go, which this keyboard really is perfect for. To sum it all up, the only real negatives I have with this board are the lack of the option to use a software for customization if you're into that sort of thing, and the rather dinky rubberized cable. And really, all of those are pretty minor gripes. The 1-2 Mini just radiates quality. Its construction is superb, and the overall look and aesthetics are really good. The 1-2 Mini isn't so easy to get your hands on, unfortunately, right now, as it's in pretty high demand, but for around $100 on websites like mechanicalkeyboards.com, I think that's a very fair price for a board of this quality. I have seen it listed as high as $160 on Amazon, which could be a little bit inflated right now due to the demand, and that is certainly a price that's a little bit more steep. If you're into minimalistic aesthetics or simply want an amazing travel board for doing work on the go, the 1-2 Mini is sure to give you guys a really great experience.
Well, that's it for the video, guys. Let me know in those comments down below what you think about this little 60% keyboard. And of course, if you enjoyed this video, give it a like to show your support. If you're new here, I'd love to see you subscribe, because I've got a lot more videos like this coming for you in the near future. But as always, guys, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.